Transform your life with a kind deed a day. Hi, this is Mazen here. Welcome to the Maxima Life. Think back. When was the last time you did something kind? Picture the person you helped. Do you remember the relief they felt? Now, put your focus on yourself in that moment. Do you remember how you felt? It must have infused you with an emotion. Was it a negative emotion or a positive one? Perhaps you remember a time when your child decided to voluntarily give up some of their favorite toys to a charity event, and you were inspired by their act of kindness to do more for your community. Think about all those instances, those small acts of kindness that you or even a random stranger performed. Those instances not only helped the person who received help, but it made you feel really, really good too. Maybe it made the sun shine a little brighter, perhaps restored your faith in humanity. Today, I want to share with you some insights and the tremendous power we all have within us. The power to make others and ourselves happy, simply by being kinder, more thoughtful and helpful toward others. Isn't it wonderful how transformative small acts of kindness can be? Actually, the coolest part of kindness is that no act of kindness can ever be small, simply because of the compounding ripple effect the kindness puts into motion. Every act of kindness has positive impacts beyond the people directly involved, who will naturally feel relieved, happy, and inspired by their constructive interaction. These instances inspire onlookers and create a ripple effect of positivity that radiates outward to encompass more people and spread even more goodness into the world. It strengthens our connections, and connection is a pharmacy of feel-good hormones and positivity. Connection is the truth that keeps us feeling worthwhile and complete. Kindness is the key turner to creating and strengthening connections. According to statistics from the Labor Bureau, 25% of Americans made some sort or other charitable contributions during a given year. 76% of them feel physically healthier. 94% report that their mood had improved, and the stress levels of 78% appears to have fallen as a result of their volunteer work. A survey of 136 countries, both rich and poor, reveals something similar. Those who donate to charity report feeling more satisfied with their lives. A fascinating study. I can't stop thinking about this one. It's all about pro-social conformity conducted at Stanford and Harvard. They found evidence that generosity is contagious. They found that generosity not only triggered other instances of similar generosity, but that it also has a cascading effect on others around, inspiring them to help in new, different ways. So, when we hear about volunteers signing up to visit disaster areas to help in person, we may be similarly inspired. For those of us who have personal commitments or constraints that prevent us from doing the same act of kindness ourselves, we're still likely to be inspired to donate money or items that can help, create online groups to create awareness and to facilitate more help. Isn't that cool? You can literally catch generosity, which means you can give people the generosity bug. It's simple. All great truths are. When we see people being kind or generous, we want to do the same thing. Similarly, when others see us helping out, they are inspired to help as well. All infecting behaviors that make the world a better place. I'm feeling like being really contagious right now. How about you? You see, kindness breeds happiness, and happiness breeds success. In the words of Lieutenant Bob Carey, unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent in human change. We see these instances and opportunities for kindness around us all the time. We read stories about them in the news. I read this cool story recently about someone who helped this elderly lady at a supermarket checkout. The lady was removing a few items from her bag because she had insufficient cash at that time. We've all been behind someone in that tight spot before, watching the embarrassment build in them. The man hands a cashier a $20 bill to make sure she gets everything she needs. Earlier that day, his mother had admonished him for bringing her flowers to the hospital, asking him to do something more useful with the money. So in effect, he was giving the lady his mother's flowers. The man, his mother, and the elderly lady were all happy. Maybe even the clerk at the checkout counter was inspired and decided to help a colleague later that day. And the colleague may have decided to help out a neighbor in a tough spot. It's a generosity spiral. You see, the power of kindness extends beyond happiness generation. It helps to grow your success too. Helping others is seen to increase overall positivity. This in turn is seen to enhance creativity and productivity. This has a positive spillover into our perceptions of the quality of our lives, our relationships, and our health. So apart from the good that we do unto others, and hence the benefit we create for the community as a whole, we reap a host of accumulated advantages for ourselves as well. For instance, if you contribute your time, resources, or your special expertise for your community or for your child's school, you receive direct advantage for your own actions. It could be better school administration, providing a child with more effective and safer learning space, or a cleaner neighborhood, or more effective public services. So how can we initiate the positive ripple of kindness? When the festive season comes around, we call it the season for giving. However, researchers found that there is actually a more immediate reason for giving, that generosity is hardwired into our brains. Researcher Lara Aknin observed that toddlers were happier when they shared their treats than when they received treats. Ever have a young child offer you that broken cracker? Receive it and accept it from them. Never give them the conditioned response, "Oh no, keep it to yourself." It is all they have and they want to share it with you. When you accept, you reinforce their instinct to share. You teach them to share, to feel good about themselves for following their instinct for kindness. Similarly, students on campus were given some money and asked to spend it either on themselves or on others. It's true that we reap what we sow. So when we sow kindness, we reap love. Lots of it. And it only multiplies. Giving is good for us. It makes us happy and it shows that most of us are instinctively kind. But there is something else worth noting: the importance of maintaining a balance between helping others and self-care. Altruism is a great quality so long as it doesn't translate into self-sacrifice. Altruism ought not to erode your own resources and energy to the extent that there is little of yourself left over for yourself. Over the long term, self-care lets us give more of ourselves, more effectively and sustainably. It's by balancing these aspects of helping others and helping ourselves that we most effectively initiate the positive ripple of kindness. When you understand the kindness ripple, you can never have a completely bad day. There are opportunities to be kind and thoughtful everywhere. We just have to look around with new eyes at the potential for kindness. Make it a point to do something kind every day. Be perceptive of others' troubles. Maybe someone is carrying a heavy bag or is having trouble hailing a cab. Maybe someone is going to miss their anniversary dinner because of a deadline at work. Maybe someone really needs some time off to care for their ailing parent. Open your eyes to such opportunities to do good. If it's not too much trouble, too inconvenient, or too expensive for you, help out wherever and whenever you can. Pick a day of the week to devote to doing kind deeds, or make it a point to do a little every day. If one day you see a homeless person on the street with a tattered pair of shoes or a thin coat, bring along something that will help them the next day. There may be a colleague who is going through a tough time. Simply lending them a sympathetic ear and offering some wise counsel could be your kind act. Something that costs nothing except a few minutes. Mentor someone in your organization. It could be life-changing for them. For you, it could be an opportunity to brush up on your own knowledge and skill set. If an employee has done good work, reward them with a holiday or a bonus. This has the dual benefit of not only making the high performer feel proud, but also of incentivizing good work for other employees. Simple, common courtesies could be the act of kindness in your day. Giving your server genuine thanks for bringing your meal promptly, or by sending compliments to the chef, you create a bright spot in an otherwise drab day. Simply keeping the elevator door open for someone who's rushing to catch it can attract so much gratitude for the time saved, plus a heartfelt exchange of smiles. Donate to a shelter. This helps clear the clutter in your home and helps numerous others find things they can use. Go shopping for an elderly neighbor. Sponsor the education of an underprivileged kid. The opportunities are endless. All it needs is an open mind and a warm heart, a soul that is kind at its very core. And soon you realize that you don't have to look far and hard anymore. Once you open your mind to it, opportunities will be clearly visible wherever you go. Make it a point to help others in ways that are not costly to you in terms of money or time, so you can do it daily and you could do it all the time. If you can afford it, do it. Perhaps you can cap it at X numbers of minutes or X dollars a day. Acts of kindness always pay you back. It's time to invest in the ripple of kindness. Let's decide to embrace the delightful impact kindness can have on our lives and the lives of those around us. Make a pledge to do something good every day. Some act of kindness to uplift someone's moment, day, or life. Let's call it a deed a day. Let today be the first of a lifetime of such kind days. Thank you for joining me today. I hope a deed a day helps transform your life and that of many others that you come in contact with. And keep this simple thought in mind. Kindness is truly one of the most meaningful, fulfilling, and world-changing life skills. It's often worth much more than money. And if this talk today helped you in any small or great way, brought you closer to living your full potential, to leading your maximum life, then our talk is my deed for the day. It is now your turn to go and enjoy doing yours. If you like what you have seen and heard, please subscribe.